And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now a first down throw. Stafford caught by the tight end Ertz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Stafford. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. A little bit of tough catch, though, falls incomplete. He's got Evans. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards. And this is caught by Evans. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Play action. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. From 13 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Trying to run forward, Pollard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He's also the league MVP in 1980. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And as a result, possession switches hands. Now it's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. He finds his target. It's Evans. The 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. It's a big play there. 42 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Stafford looking end zone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again. Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead moves
you
to
must have pretty bad. I'm playing blindfolded.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And not just enough to get it done.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, 49 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Stafford into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And it won't be a pick 6, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Following the interception here, Mariota. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too...
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown! A big play there. 65 yards. And his guys are going to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota, that one complete to Elliott. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Elliott on 1st down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, he's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Cooper was the target there.
Earl Thomas was so good at Texas, playing center field, playing free safety, that they thought if he came back for one more year, they're going to have to move him to corner. Those are the types of skills he has. That's what we just saw there. 2 deep coverage, came off of the, near the hash mark and made an excellent play on the football. Boy, can he run.
And not really tall at 5'10", but he can roam, and he's disruptive. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. His kick is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 9, Mariota steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that's complete to Cooks. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Second down and goal. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold him to 3. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Back to throw. Stafford. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here's Stafford. And it's complete to Kelsey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.